Let's start with the Egg Bowl. Ole Miss, 10.5-point favorites at Mississippi State. This is the Turkey Day special Thursday night after you've eaten your 5th plate and you want to sit down on the couch, roll yourself over to the easy chair. You can fire up ESPN. You'll find the Egg Bowl. Guys, for some of these games, I went and dug into the history of these rivalries, and some of them had just absolute gems of historical facts. For instance, the Egg Bowl, first game was played in 1901. The longest winning streak in this rivalry belongs to Mississippi State, who at the time was known as Mississippi A&M College. They were the Aggies taking on the red and blue of Ole Miss. Mississippi State then won 13 games in a row, spanning from 1901 to 1925. They didn't play every single year, and they outscored the red and blue 327-33. This was not a Lane Kiffin-led offense.
Yeah, that definitely appears that way. And, you know, this rivalry is what college football is all about, isn't it? Like we get weird stuff year in and year out, from the dog peeing a couple of years ago to just last year, the Leach versus Kiffin, the last edition of Leach versus Kiffin really delivered. All I'll say about this one, I'm going to take Mississippi State to cover the 10.5-point spread at home, just rivalry week and the Egg Bowl being weird. But please watch this instead of San Francisco, Seattle. Like, if you're trying to decide between those two, this one will be far, far more entertaining.
Yeah, even when you don't necessarily expect one of these teams to be very good, you can still get some entertainment, right? Like if you get, a late touchdown and you think that they're about to tie the thing up, and then the guy decides to lift his leg and do a dog celebration. That's a possibility for some entertainment. I'll never forget where I was when Ole Miss happened. So
my jaw was on the floor. I was at in my grandparents' living room, and I screamed, and everyone was like, "What's going on?"
So I was in New Mexico for Thanksgiving that year. We had just finished at the dinner. Things were getting a little dicey. There's a little bit of libations flowing. So we were getting a little dicey over there, and some people were saying some stuff. So we left. We went back to the place we were staying. It was this like cabin on a campground. You just had this field of snow. It was beautiful. And I'm watching this game, just looking out over the snow, and I almost missed it. And I go, wait, what did he do? Wait, what? And then I said, wouldn't it be funny if he missed? And then, of course, the rest is history. And I just thought that was the funniest possible thing. So I love that. I'm taking Ole Miss in this one. I don't think there's any dog celebrations. I think we've learned our lessons. And I'm going to take Ole Miss minus the 10.5. I think that this one's not particularly close. Mississippi State, it's a bad situation for them, right? I think that it's just tough to see where they've been this year. And it's tough to see, obviously with what happened with Leach and with, losing a coach, and they just weren't ready for this. They'll be able to reload. They'll be back to being, competent and playing good football next year, I think, with whatever coaching decision they make. I just don't think they're going to be very good this weekend. So give me Ole Miss pretty big over the rival.
Without a doubt, the best story that I found while researching this is when the red and blue finally broke that losing streak. It was a 7-6 victory. They did it on the road. And Ole Miss fans stormed the field, got a little rowdy in their celebration. They hadn't beaten their rival in 25 years. It's understandable. Mississippi A&M College fans then took after the rowdy red and blue fans with, quote, cane bottom chairs, and beat their fans over the heads with chairs. And so that's where we get some of the vitriol from this rivalry. I'm in full support of that. I think that's a legendary story.
I do support people beating each other over the head with chairs.
That's definitely something I support too.
I was texting with Bobby Wilson, friend of the show, TNT College Football Podcast, and just basically saying, imagine the rap sheet if that was to happen today. I mean, the Starkville jails would be overflowing with students if that was to happen today. Certainly not condoning any violence, no matter which way this game goes. But I'm going to take Ole Miss minus the 10.5 as well. I don't know if Mississippi State has the dogs, no pun intended, to stay with Ole Miss in this one.
Gracious, how about